All right, so in this video, we want to talk about finances and about why it's important for you while you're coming up, while you're under 21, while you're grinding, while you're trying to still figure out what you want to do, so on and so forth, to live under your means. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably not going to enjoy this topic or this video. However, I really don't care if you enjoy it or it's something you agree with. It's something that if I could go back, I would have done because it would have exponentially increased where I am right now, my net worth, and it would have allowed me to become successful quicker. Listen to my point of view, at least give me a few minutes because I'm speaking from experience, right? At the time of recording this video, I'm 32 years old. I became a millionaire in 2015. That was approximately 7 years ago, and I was 25, so I was in my mid-20s, which is decent, right? However, if I would have known what I'm gonna share with you now, I probably would have done it sooner. I remember like in my early teens, in my early 20s, I was focused on people pleasing. I was focused on being cool. I was focused on fashion. I was focused on going out and partying. And all these things translate to time and translate to money. I want you to understand, when you allocate time properly, it can create money. And when you save money and invest money wisely, it can exponentially create more money. A philosophy that I have, and this is something that I did when I was young, is I sacrifice. If you don't sacrifice for your dreams become your sacrifice. And I get it. You're in your teens, you're in your early 20s, you want to party, you have a good time. And I'm not saying like, hey, don't have a good time, don't enjoy yourself, because you don't want to cheat yourself, you want to treat yourself. But people have this backwards because they live it up in the first third of their life and then try to become wealthy and retire in the last third of their life, and things become difficult. You have health complications, you have children, you may be married, you may be older, you may have a full-time job. In the beginning, when you're younger, you can take more risk, you can be more volatile because you can bounce back easier. And where people mess up is they're like, okay, I live at my parents' house, things are good, I don't have any bills, I've got a job, money's coming in, or I'm doing my thing on the side, money's coming in. Sometimes you have to sacrifice things that are fun, things that are cool, things that you want to do today for your future. Stack your money, identify an opportunity, take action on the opportunity, be aggressive, take risks, because I want you to understand, it is easier to make a lot of money in a short period of time than it is to make a little bit of money over a long period of time. Chances are there are people in your family tree that have been working for the last 20, 30, 40 years, and they're not where you want to be in life. So if you go down that exact same path, chances are you're going to get those exact same results. I can tell you this because I went from being broke and poor, not knowing what's going on, to a millionaire within 1 year. I've made $1 million in a year, I've made $1 million in a month, and I've made $1 million in 1 day. So I'm telling you that wealth can be created with speed. Anybody telling you that you got to work at the same job for 30 years and you got to put all this money into your education, that's not always correct, right? I'm not going to say anything negative about that. I don't have a GED, I don't have a high school diploma, I don't have a college degree, I don't have a high GPA, I don't have any special talent. All I knew is I was willing to sacrifice a few years in my 20s and a few years in my 30s to be able to do what I want, where I want, when I want, how I want, with whom I want the rest of my life. All right, cool. So this circle is your life, and I'm a visual person, so hopefully this adds value to you. Now, if you take this circle and you break it down into 3 pieces or thirds each, you have 33%, 33%, and 33%. This 33% is going to be 1 to 18. The second third is going to be 18 to 40, and then the final third is going to be 40 to D, and D stands for death. Now, these are 3/3 of your life, so this is how I want you to look at it. In year 1 to 18, that is your learning stage. When you graduate high school, that's why you start high school at the very first thing you do is you start going to school. You go to preschool, then you go to kindergarten, then you go to middle school, then you go to high school, and then you go to college. Now, I also want you to understand, and you may feel some type of way about this, but this is my honest opinion, a traditional education will earn you a living and a personal education will earn you a fortune. The highest paid career, to my best knowledge, is a brain surgeon, which pulls in $500,000 per year. I've made $1 million in 1 day. There is no education, there is no Harvard Business School, there is no traditional education that will teach you how to make $1 million profit in 1 day. The first third of your life, you are learning. The second third of your life, you are applying, and the third third of your life, you are quote unquote enjoying. That's the way things are structured. 1 to 18, you knock out your high school. For a lot of you guys, like if you want to be a doctor or an architect or something like that, the second third of your life, half of that is already gone and you're still learning. And you don't get to start making money and living life until you're in your final stage, which is 40 to death. What I challenge you guys to do, like if you're watching this, you're under 21, you're in your first to just second part of life, understand that the first pie or second slice of that pie is your wealth creation. And then when you go from wealth creation, then you go to wealth preservation. So right now I'm 32 years old at the time of recording this video. I've done multiple 8 figures in sales. I've generated an 8-figure net worth. Now at this point, I'm not worried about like striking the iron. I'm focused about, okay, how can I work even less? Like I currently work a few hours a week, and now I'm like, how can I work a few hours less? How can I work less and sustain my money? See, what you need is you only need to save and create a certain amount of money to where if you invest it properly, you can live off the dividends, you can live off the interest, you can live off the money making you your money. For me, it's been real estate, it's been stocks, it's been crypto, it's been investing in other businesses, so on and so forth. The more you sacrifice early on, the quicker you get the results, the less you'll have to sacrifice the rest of your future. 22, I believe it is, I got out of jail. I was doing nothing, right? I was doing drugs, I was drinking, I was around the wrong people. I was facing 15 years in prison for being around the stupid people that I shouldn't have been around, doing the wrong things at the wrong time. And I got out and I realized this is not the life I want. So I realized if I was going to create the life that I wanted, I had to sacrifice, something had to give. Emotion causes motion. That emotion for me was, yo, I almost lost my freedom and I hate where I am in life. Something detrimental doesn't have to happen to you for that emotion. Hopefully this video drives that emotion for you to the point where you're like, all my friends are doing this stuff, but I want more in life than what my friends are doing, right? And there's nothing wrong with the 40-40 plan, you know, working for 40 years, retiring off 40% of your income. There's nothing wrong with the pensions and the 401ks and the Roth IRAs. However, if you know that there's more out there for you, if you know you want to be a millionaire, if you know you want to set your family up, if you know you want to become a philanthropist, if you know you want more, you have to do more because you can't do less and expect more. So you know if that's you. I always knew it was me. I've got good friends that still work, have regular jobs. They're happy. They have a family. That's cool. That was never me. So if you know that you're different than everybody that's around you, you have to do different things to get different results. So identify that now, take action, sacrifice today so tomorrow doesn't become the sacrifice. Identify what you need to do to get these exponential results, build your credit, start studying, start reading. Success Loves Clues. Watch all of these videos, read books from people who are successful, take action. When you're early on and when you're young, you can be very, very risk diverse, right? You do not have to be frugal with your investing. You do not have to be protective with your investing. You can take more risk because you're younger and you can bounce back quicker. This is huge, and this is something that if I could literally sit down with myself, if I would have got this at 18, it wouldn't have took me 18 to 25 to become a millionaire. I would have been a millionaire in 36 months, which means at 21, I would have been a millionaire. If I was a millionaire at 21 to 25, that's 4 years of life I would have been able to do differently. So understand that time you cannot get back, money you can. Experiences can be created, money can be replaced, time cannot. Are you sacrificing tomorrow for today, or are you sacrificing today for tomorrow? Think about that, answer that question, and make sure you watch the rest of this series. By the way, if you got any value whatsoever during this video, please smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and next to it, click the notification bell, because every single week we're dropping new videos like this. We have nothing to sell you here on the channel, and my sole goal is to help you accomplish your goals.